Hello, we're currently doing a tarot angel card reading for April 3rd, 2018. We're using Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine's tarot and angel card deck. So I hope that you guys had a wonderful Easter. Thank you so much for subscribing to this and just tuning into this channel. I almost said tuning. So I think it's about choosing to pay attention to things today. So who are you choosing to listen to? In terms of decisions, are you agreeing with people? Are you not agreeing with people? Are you sensing some conflict in your relationships? Are you feeling a little bit arrogant? Are you feeling like other people are arrogant around you? So I feel like really softening up today is really important. So if there is a certain criteria of things that you need or a certain type of dynamic that you need in order to succeed in something specifically, today would be a great day to really start focusing in on how you're feeling in the present moment. So we have to kind of channel our energy to regain a little bit of consciousness and awareness to ourselves. So slowing down. So redeeming was coming up a little bit. So what are you redeeming? Are there like bonus points that you've done that you're finally getting to like exchange with people? Like you did something for them, now you're finally getting something back. So I'm really sensing that there are positive exchanges with people today. And if you don't feel like you have that, really start working on positive exchanges with people, because I'm sensing that friendships, oh my goodness, I can't talk today. Friendships are strong, but hindering or rendering is coming up. So it's like, what are you possibly postponing, or is there something you're supposed to be graduating on and you're not? So it could be that there's something that needs to come to an end and you're dragging it on, or it's the opposite. There's something you need to push a little bit more forward on and you're also not taking the action steps that you need in order to become more aware of the situation. So I think it may be more on, rather than focusing on endings, focusing on the new beginnings, okay? Because in the full moon that we had, we were letting go of stuff, but now we're really trying to attract the new. So even spring energy is really coming through, so brightening up in any ways, like freshening up, may make you feel better as well. So arrogance is really coming up again. So watch my monthly readings for April as well for the astrological signs. You may find there's something in there for you as well. If there's anybody watching that's interested in a Reiki level 1, I do private sessions online as well in person. So I'm feeling guided to someone who's struggling with their throat right now, and that could mean that they need to get a level 1 healing attunement, which will help you with overcoming any challenges that you're having in terms of communication and trusting yourself, your own judgments at this moment in time. So rather than worrying, using your intellect to guide you rather than feeling stuck or even stubborn at times. When we start working on our intuition, we feel less stubborn, which is an awesome energy. So if you have low back pain, just transition that energy, knowing that when we have pain in our body, it's connected to something other than the back. So where in the back is it? And then working on transitioning that energy. So I also help people with that stuff, but you can do that on your own. So finance is really important today. So we have life experience. I'm feeling like there's a lot of worry and panic that doesn't need to be there. So really resting and reassuring your minds today, okay? I feel like people are expanding, they're growing, like life is very beautiful. So if you're focusing on like not trusting people, we'll say, you need to just have more fun and lighten up, because it's not really about carrying that energy anymore, all right? So maybe that's an old pattern of behavior. So financial gain is more important right now, that you are actually working on those win-win situations with other people. So new energies, a powerful revelation that leads to change, as we were discussing. So, and slowing down wins the race. So again, recollect ourselves. 5 of Air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Trying to change people won't work either. So accepting that there are people in the world that we can't change. So it's easier to accept than it is to try to change, okay? So that may be when we feel like we need to walk away from people. Again, don't focus on what you're losing, focus on what you're gaining, okay? By walking away from negative situations. Ace of Earth, the inflow of abundance, as we were just discussing, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. Shining a light on the positive right now. I feel like checking my phone for some reason. That was weird. Stop trying to keep track of everything. It's almost like the tit for tat type of thing. If I do this and then you have to do that. Remember, we're talking about positive exchanges. You don't need to keep track of everything, okay? Just allow things to just happen and flow. Transition that energy in a positive way so you feel lighter rather than heavier, having to worry about all these thoughts and all these confusing things that are maybe going on in your life. So 4 of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, so lots of business energy. Giving those to less fortunate, so again, the positive exchanges. So the example would be a roller coaster ride that we go up and we go down. And if you're a person that's a visionary, you really see visions, it's really important that you're always still staying in the moment. So it's like, okay, I'm going to start seeing myself somewhere, but I'm not even going to get caught up in that. I'm going to allow myself to enjoy exactly what's in front of me. So I kind of wanted my flowers in the picture with me also to give us a new vibrant energy. All right. So we're not forecasting the future, and we're just working on creative solutions to problems in whatever energies that we're uncovering right now in this moment that will help you, guide you moving forward. So 10 of Air, dynamics. So that was also coming up at the beginning. Dynamics and criteria, 10 of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change, so lots of changing energy as we've been discussing, and expect things to get better now recovering from an addiction. So I'm actually feeling it's not addiction, it's isolation. So if you have trigger points in your life where you're just kind of like, ooh, you know, things are getting really stale in my relationship, I think I really need to change that. Or financially, ooh, I'm always like getting really low on my funds. I keep spending what I don't have. Just you're trying to line up with the synchronicities of life. So if you feel like you're off your life path or your spiritual path, you need to just kind of start creating a new life for yourself, all right? It's very easy to do, it just sounds complicated. But there are triggers for you. So being mindful that what's the trigger for you when you start to feel anxious or you start to feel stressed, okay? This is way longer than what I expected, but I could really sense some indecisive energies, so I want to help you guys with that. Don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself, that which you've created. The dynamics and the sales stuff is all about reading people's energies as well. So if you feel like you've hit a gold mine with something, then trust that intuition, because I think what's happening is you're getting maybe some signs or you're getting some hunches that are telling you things. So sometimes out of bad things come good things. So when something triggers us, it teaches us just to laugh and have fun. So it could be specifically related to someone that's struggling with their throat chakra and that they need to experience these negative things in order to do their Reiki healing so that they can get the attunement, so they can actually know the difference, all right? So we're always in that learning curve. So adjusting to new things for new life, and I love that. So we're really working our way into new energies, which is beautiful. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest life. Life is magical, the magician. So, I'm located in Moncton, but I also travel to Halifax as well. I just feel like talking about that. I feel like being and surrounding yourself by positive emotions are really coming up. So maybe that's why I'm bringing up being surrounded by the ocean, but also travel. So sometimes we need to get away from certain people, certain spaces in order to recognize the difference in terms of our relationships and our emotions, but also walking away from something that isn't serving us at that moment in time, okay? So there's lots of stuff happening. Last card, open your heart and mind to those around you, King of Water. This one's actually making me feel quite emotional, and someone has a lot of back pain that really needed to hear this card. So professional advice is really important. So I do one-on-one sessions with people, and we just kind of sit down, or we do it over the computer. And it's about you know, it's all lighthearted. So it's like a little bit of healing and coaching, but it's all like lighthearted fun and stuff. It's not like that heavy stuff where you have to bring up all the old crap. It's all about, like, again, new energy. So if you find that you can connect with someone right now, even if it's a friend about the good old days, it's really good to talk to friends and talk to people that are very supportive and understanding at this moment in time. Okay, I think that's where the true healing comes from, being able to trust people with our hearts, and that will encourage us to feel more inspired to help other people also and move forward in our lives. Okay, it's a perfect day for like reflecting, but not judging yourself, okay? Any criticisms need to go to the wayside at this time, whether this is towards yourself or others. And self-punishment or grieving at this time is not a positive thing. It's all about getting out of any funks that we're in and getting more into like fantasy and imagination and really using that powerful energy that we actually do have right now, whether you realize it or not. Okay, so working on that satisfaction in our lives. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.